The only place where stalking is legal, Twitter. Follow me, links in the description. What is up, guys? Another day, another video, and today I'm bringing you some search and destroy on hard hat. I'm playing with a party, a fruitcake resistance party. We got a bunch of people who added me, so if you guys want to add me, feel free. It's Darkness of You. I play with all of the people who add me. So we played a game of search, and I love search. So half of my gameplays on this channel are gonna be search, because I just love it so much. But yeah, so we had a good time in this gameplay, and just enjoy the gameplay, because right now that's not what I'm gonna be talking about. I'm gonna give you guys an inspirational / deep story. It's gonna be deep as shit. So let's get this thing started. The title, some of you guys may already know this story, some of you may not, is the mayonnaise jar and the coffee. Alright, so this story, it reflects back on life, and it helps us to remember the things that we love, and the things that we love to do and stuff like that. So let's get this started. When things in your life seem almost too much to handle, when 24 hours in a day are not enough, remember the mayonnaise jar and the coffee. Alright, so a professor stood before his philosophy class and had some items in front of him. When the class began wordlessly, he picked up a very large and empty mayonnaise jar and proceeded to fill it with golf balls. He then asked the students if the jar was full. They all examined the jar, and the golf balls, there was no room for any more, so they agreed that it was. So the professor then picked up a box of pebbles, poured them into the jar, shook the jar lightly. The pebbles rolled into the open areas between the golf balls. He then asked the students again if the jar was full. They all agreed. The professor then picked up a box of sand and poured it into the jar. Of course, the sand filled up everything else. He asked once more if the jar was full. The students inspected it thoroughly and responded with a unanimous yes. The professor then produced 2 cups of coffee from under the table and poured it entirely into the jar, and effectively it filled up the empty spaces between the sand. The students laughed, and the professor then continued by saying, "Now, I want you to recognize that this jar represents your life. The golf balls are the important things, like God, your family, your children, your health, your friends, and your favorite passions, and things that if everything else was lost and only they remained, your life would still be full. But then the pebbles are the other things that matter, like your job, your house, and your car. The sand is everything else, all the other small stuff that you do in your daily life, the stuff that you love to do but wouldn't represent anything bigger." And then he says, if you put the sand into the jar first, there's no room for the pebbles or the golf balls. The same goes for life. If you spend all your time and energy on the small stuff, you will never have room for the things that are important to you. Pay attention to the things that are critical to your happiness. Play with your children, take time to get medical checkups, take your partner out to dinner, play another 18 with your friends. There will always be time to clean the house and fix the disposal. Take care of the golf balls first, the things that really matter. Set your priorities, the rest is just sand. But then, after an awkward silence, one of the students raised her hand and inquired what the coffee represented. The professor smiled and said, "I'm glad you asked. It just goes to show you that no matter how full your life may seem, there's always room for a couple of cups of coffee with a friend." Alright guys, so that was like the epic story time. So I want you to take that in for a second. Just take that in. Like, how I went about finding this story was, this may sound weird, but I was in law class. I know, law, like out of all things, law. I was in law class and the teacher read this, and I don't know, it kind of touched me. Like, it was so right on. Like, sometimes, because like education's a big one. Education is a big part of our life. It's like a golf ball. And then what we do is we put off education for everything else. We'd rather go outside, play road hockey, or like make videos, or watch this video right here rather than doing your homework or any other thing like texting, some stuff like that, when really we should be focusing on our education, spending more time with our family, stuff like that. So I don't know, I just thought I'd share this story with you guys because I felt if I shared it with you, maybe you guys might get something from it. Hopefully it touched you guys a little bit. But yeah, so that's my story time for the day. And quickly back to the gameplay. Look at me screwing up with theater mode. I'm trying to find the score for you guys, and I take a screenshot because I'm trying to like, oh god damn it, I gotta show you guys the score because I want to show everybody who played with me in this game. So look, I finally get it. I think I finally get it. We're waiting on it right here. I always do that signature knife after a final kill cam. I think the final score was 12-2, and here comes the scoreboard. I go into I go into free roam, and then I get it. I'm like, yes. So there it is. All the guys that played with us, all the scores. Some people have bad scores. They didn't want me to post this game, but I just had to. So thanks guys for watching. Hopefully the story touched you guys. And comment question of the day is down below. And I'll see you guys tomorrow with another clip or Minecraft or whatever the hell's coming. Talk to you guys later. Peace.